So, good afternoon. It has been a little while since I've done one of these. Because I've been on holiday, I haven't practiced at all. But if anyone hasn't seen these, essentially, what I'm doing is I'm trying to turn professional darts player in 18 months. I used to be sponsored by a company called Unicorn, which has sponsored the best players in the world, like Phil Taylor, Adrian Lewis, Raymond van Barneveld, Gary Anderson, James Wade. And my dream was to be a professional darts player. It never happened because I went right off form. So can I get that back? I'm still young enough. I'm only 29. Can I get that form back? So that's why I'm doing this. Practice has been going quite well. I think I'm sort of 7 episodes in now. So this is like the 8th episode. We're going to touch on our senses today. So I'm going to look at the senses that I think might help me improve my performance, whether that's smell, taste, um, you know, anything that involves sight, hearing. If there's things I can do in my practice that can maybe help my performance, help me relax, help me focus, just sort of get me more in the mood. Because I'm a little bit worried today. I haven't played for nearly 2 weeks now. A bit worried about my form again. So let's see how I get on today. I'm going to mention the 4 things I'm going to try. We're going to do 4 legs of 1001 and just see if any of them I find work. So there's 4 senses we're looking at today. So it's going to be smell, sight, hearing, and taste. So I basically asked ChatGPT to help me with this, to give me some ideas of things that can improve performance. And essentially, they didn't say there was any sort of scientific studies that have shown that certain things can improve darts performance, but they gave me some suggestions. So the first one you would have just seen is peppermint, and peppermint oil can kind of sort of help you focus a little bit more. Now, I don't know if anyone's ever tried this Albus oil. This has got, I believe, 20% peppermint oil in. It's got a lot in it. Basically, let's just say that. And it's very strong. This is when you've got a cold or a blocked nose. It basically clears your sinuses. It's got loads of oils in it anyway. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a bit out on a tissue at some point. And yeah, I'm going to inhale that. And then I'm going to do a leg of 1001. Just see how many darts it is. So let's do that one first, as I've mentioned it. So can peppermint oil help improve my performance? Let's find out. Okay, so I've just had a look on the back of this. It says it's about 35% peppermint, so a lot. You only need a small amount of this, right? Let's just drop a couple of drops on there. If it comes out. Right, that's definitely come out. Wow, okay. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to inhale that for a little bit. I'm a bit worried about this. Wow. My eyes are stinging. Should you be doing this when you're not ill with a clear nose? No idea, but we'll find out in a minute, won't we? In a leg of 1001. Right, let's get on with it. Wow, what a look that is, but that is so strong. I have to say Albus oil is great, but I'm not really enjoying it doing this, but let's see how we go. Game on. Treble 1. 38. That's not the best start. 963. Right, I'm going to have to just take that out. We'll put it there under my nose. I can still just smell it anyway, or it's stained my nostrils. Oh, 7. Wow. This might be the longest leg of darts. Come on, Peppermint. Do your stuff. Wow. I'm all over the place. 8. I didn't have any practice darts before I started. I think I needed them. I'm on 565 and I've thrown a lot of darts. Just the 27. Wow. I hit one treble, but it was complete fluke. The grouping's completely gone. Now, I don't know if this is because I haven't played, or it's just I've done weights, or I'm just rubbish again. But yeah, it's not working. Oh, 58. That's a bit better though. Sort of. I think it's 64 that I've thrown. Oh, right, bullseye for a 1, 2, 4. Oh, happy accident though, look. I've hit the 10, so that means I've just got tops left. Let's say that's 67 darts, but either way, it's rubbish, whatever it's been. Harry, you require 40. Wow, nearer the treble 20. Oh, I've hit the wire of the 10. Oh, 70 darts. We've got it. Took me about 3 more visits. That was an awful leg. That was over 80 darts, which is basically over 40 for a leg of 501. So that one didn't work. On to the next one. I'm going to assume it's definitely nothing to do with me. It's definitely the peppermint just didn't work, and it put me off more than anything. It was super strong, I must admit. That's, yeah, not great. So we're going to try taste this time. And again, ChatGPT says chamomile. Chamomile's known for this. It's basically something to help you relax. I felt a bit nervous on that first one. I just wasn't comfortable. Just wasn't sure where they were going to go. Hopefully this will help me relax. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to boil the kettle I've got in my room. We're going to drink a chamomile tea while playing a leg of 1001. Let's hope it's going to be better than 80 darts. It can't be much worse, can it? The kettle is on. Okay, so I've added a little bit of cold water to this as well so I can drink it while playing. There should be no excuse this time because obviously I've thrown a leg of darts now. I've thrown plenty of darts, so I should be more than practiced. So after every sort of, let's say 12 darts, I'll have a sip of chamomile. Game on. I've realised I'm standing in the wrong spot. 45, not much better. Oh, come on, Harry. That's more like it. 100. We're just warming up. It's just been a while. Just need to get my form, my confidence back, and it'll all click into place. This has been a much, much better leg. I've hit about 4 or 5 trebles now. I'm on 30 darts. Oh, 39. 197. I have to say, I do like chamomile a lot anyway, so I'm not sure it's going to catch on in the PDC on stage, but if you could drink tea on stage, I definitely would. 85. But again, that's much better grouping than the first game. Oh, my finishing is atrocious today. Double 19. Come on. There it is. So it was over 80 for the first leg. That one was about 68. So I think it was 68. I lose count. It was either 68 or 70. What would that be? I don't know. 71. It would have been 68 or 71. I don't know. The third one we're going to do is going to do sound or hearing. So that's our next sense we're going to look at. This is going to be my favourite one. I'm going to plug my headphones in, play a bit of music. A lot of players listen to music while practicing. Gary Anderson's not a fan of it, apparently. He thinks it's sort of a thing that the young crowd do. They're a bit boring these days. They don't talk to each other. However, I do personally love listening to music while playing darts. So what I'm going to do, I've just been to Oasis. I'm going to listen to a couple of Oasis songs while playing because I have to say I really enjoyed the concert when I went to Wembley on my holiday last week. So yeah, going to play a bit of Oasis and yeah, see if that helps improve my performance. I want to try and get at least, if I can, under 50 darts, sorry, under 60 darts per leg. But yeah, we're working down. I think it was 68, as I said, for that last one, over 80 for the first one. So let's keep going. Listening to Slide Away by Oasis, one of my favourite ones. Oh. 45, good start. Not. 85. At least they're going in consistently. I can't even hear what I'm saying, to be honest. I might be shouting at you because the music's so loud, but come on. Decided just to put this song on a loop rather than change and affect my rhythm. So I'm on 135. Oh. 57, which means it's 78 left. Or 66. Bullseye. Oh, it wasn't a bad effort. That's 42 darts. Scoring all right at the minute. I hit 2 140s in this, but the finishing's letting me down. There it is. 48 darts. Double six. I'm starting to feel comfortable now. Must be Oasis that's helping me. Right, it feels so quiet now. I feel like I was shouting into the camera while doing that. But that definitely at 48 darts, let's just say roughly, if it was 501, 24 darts a leg, sort of 64, 65 average. I think I'm just letting myself down a bit on the finishing. I'm rushing it because I don't want to overthink it. But anyway, we're going to do the last one, which is going to be a bit more of a vision one or a sight. I've heard people talk about putting string on a dartboard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach the string to the dartboard behind me. And I'm basically just going to put this straight down the middle of the board, so through the treble 20, and hopefully just that vision of something to sort of aim for within that treble 20 bed will just sort of help my focus and yeah, hopefully have a really good leg. This one technically should be the best now because I've thrown a little bit now. I feel like, 15 minutes has gone by and yeah, feeling a little bit more confident and looser. So yeah, let's stick this to the board, see what happens. It's not quite central, but it will do. It's something to look at. It's something to aim for. And hopefully it will mean a better leg. Game on. 26. However, I do quite like having something to aim for, even though it's a terrible start. Oh, come on. I'm blaming the driver here. 11. 37 in 6 starts. Wow. 964. 100. I nearly hit the string, but very close. I quite like it, honestly. Just having something visual, I find has been better than the other things so far. So let's keep going. Let's try and beat this 48 darts. Not sure, looking at the start I've made, I'm going to. Oh, 75 left, 40 scored, sorry. Come on. There's a treble 17, double 12. Such a lovely treble 17, but I'm nowhere near the double 12, so I think that's 51 darts. So I'm not going to beat my last one, but let's try and finish this leg anyway. And in one. I hate double six normally, which is weird, but today it's gone in quite nicely there. So yeah, 52 darts, pretty rubbish again, but let's have a quick analysis of the things I've done today and just my overall thoughts. So yeah, how did that go today? Did I find that any of those things really improved my performance? Well, to be honest, I've had a week and a half off playing darts and I was kind of rushing it a bit today. I think because I knew the leg was so long and I just didn't want to overthink it. I think it just affected me. However, the darts do feel very comfortable. So overall, I don't think any of them really worked. Which one did I find any of them sort of enjoyable though? Yes. Listening to Oasis was definitely enjoyable. I enjoyed having a cup of tea, just while playing darts. Very relaxing. So it did do that job. I didn't like the peppermint oil. up my nose, and it's still like so that menthol feeling up my nose that it just feels really tingly. And I did quite like the string thing, even though I didn't play that well in those legs. That string did help. It's only really the Bulbasaur one I didn't really enjoy. So yeah, I probably will use some of these things again. I don't think they're going to improve my performance. Ultimately, that's down to me. But if I can, have an experience while practicing, that I can relax and enjoy myself, and take a bit of pressure off, or just improve my focus overall, because it can get quite boring sometimes practice, then that's great. So I'm definitely going to have a go at some of these things again. Maybe use the string for a couple of games, and yeah, just drink tea and stuff like I normally do, and just again just make my practice experience a little bit more enjoyable. So we'll definitely keep that going. I do have, so this is a normal dartboard here. So next sort of video I do a darts practice one, I'm going to play a dartboard with small trebles and doubles. It used to be called an Eclipse Pro Trainer. There's a lot of trainer boards out there. And after a while with practicing on them, it makes the actual big trebles, the normal dartboard trebles, look massive. So yeah, we'll have a little go at that and see if that can improve my grouping, because it's a little bit inconsistent at the minute. Some good throws, which you would have seen, some very bad ones as well. So yeah, it's just getting that consistency, and maybe that will be the thing that will help. But yeah, hope you've enjoyed this one today. Certainly now I need to go and wash my nose up, because that menthol is absolutely making my eyes sting. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.